News Radio Wham 1180 welcomes you to The Seniors Rock Show, presented by the law firm of Clark Peshkin. The Seniors Rock Show, a lively weekly discussion, shedding a bright light on aging with fun, entertainment, and important info for all adults. Join us with your comments or questions. Call or text 222-1180 or 1-800-295-1180. Now, from the News Radio Wham 1180 studios in downtown Rochester, here's your host, Joanna Palvino.
Well, good afternoon. I'm so glad to be here with you today and every Saturday, and also with my co-host today. That's attorney Mike Robinson, and I've been posting on social media because I was so excited he's back today. And producer Riley is with us. We've got, the gal that works during the week with the big guys, so pretty impressive. Hi, Riley. Nice to see you.
Nice to see
And
you too.
well, thank you. Mike's an estate planning attorney, and I am sure if you've listened to the program on a regular basis, you know that. He is a partner at the law firm of Clark Peshkin, and our show that's our presenting sponsor of the show. So they're a great law firm. CP is a premier family law firm, actually, that cares about community, and we've always known that. We've always known that Mike cares about the community, too. So it's great to see you, Mike. I know you've been traveling. How you doing?
Hey, Joanna, happy Saturday. Yeah, good to be back here.
Yeah, and we're going to hear more from Mike in a minute, but I just wanted to say quickly, we're fortunate to have Mike Robinson and the attorneys of Clark Peshkin as our partners in bringing you expert info on family law. And speaking of experts, we've got two of them on today's show, and both are from one company, and that's Benefit Representatives of America. And one of our experts specializes in Medicare, and that's Lindsay, and the other in Social Security Disability Representation, and his name is Jamie. So benefit reps are members of the GRAPE organization too, so we're happy to say that, and that is the Greater Rochester Area Partnership for the Elderly. That means they're serious about what they do, and we're looking forward to their input today. But first, I want to get back to Mike, find out what's happening with you, Mike. What's new?
Well, we're first weekend in December, holiday season's in full swing. I'm getting more jokes about looking like Santa than I usually do, so that's a new thing.
Folks, you can go to the Facebook page to see Mike or to seniorsrecradio.com if you're curious.
And
But he
I
does have
always,
a fabulous white beard and white hair.
well, I always tell people if they're telling me I look like Santa from the neck up, I'm okay with that. But if it was from the neck down, I wouldn't be too happy. So,
Yeah, right.
but
We're very colorful group today here because Riley's hair is like a bright orange, right? And then you've got your white, and all I need is green, and we'd be like the Irish flag, I think.
hey,
Yeah.
there you go. There you go. But, because it is holiday season, I thought this would be a good time for us to revisit a topic that we've discussed, a number of times over the past 3.5 years. And that topic is kindness.
hmm
Many people refer to this season as the most wonderful time of the year. And certainly it can be, with the holiday decorations, music, all kinds of food. It all makes for a lot of fun. But this can also be a very stressful time of year for many people. Joanna, many people
True.
feel family or social pressures to have the perfect decorations or the perfect party outfit or the perfect meal. And of course, for a great many people, there's always a feeling of financial stress surrounding gift giving. And kindness can go a long way toward relieving those feelings of stress and also get us in touch with why we celebrate this season in the first place. One thing that we often forget about kindness is that it starts with being kind to yourself. And that might mean setting appropriate boundaries so that you can get adequate sleep, or you have time to take a walk outside, or just get a little time to yourself to do the things that you enjoy, and not feeling obligated to follow somebody else's agenda as to what they think the season should be about, or what your schedule should be about. It might also mean just not beating yourself up when you make a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that you forgot something at the store, or you made a wrong turn on your way somewhere, or maybe you made a mistake at work, it doesn't mean you're stupid or incompetent, but oftentimes that's the self-talk that we'll engage in. But we all goof up from time to time, and it happens more frequently when we're feeling stress. And right now, with everything that's going on in the world, forget about the holiday season. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of people are feeling stressed.
You know it.
So when those things happen, and they will for all of us, let's treat ourselves with a little kindness, maybe even have a laugh about it, and then move on. Um, when it comes to being kind to others, an act of kindness may be the most impactful gift another person can receive. Think about a time when someone, maybe even a stranger, did something kind for you. And how did that make you feel? And wouldn't it be great to cause another person to feel that way?
Mm.
And the great thing about kindness too, one of the great things, it doesn't have to cost anything. It could mean simply smiling at someone and acknowledging them with a warm hello. There's a lot of people in our community who feel unseen, and that can go a long way. Just that sort of simple acknowledgement. It could mean choosing not to lay on the horn when somebody pulls out in front of you because they didn't see you. Okay, they made a mistake. They probably feel bad about it already. Maybe rather than laying on the horn, a wave to say, hey, no worries, I've done that before myself. Maybe that turns their day around. And Johanna, we never know what other people might be going through. And if we did, we'd probably cut them some slack in those kinds of situations.
Good
And
reminder.
yeah, and finally, as we've talked about on the show before, being kind has significant health benefits to us. There's an abundance of research that shows how acts of kindness impact the brain, including by boosting levels of dopamine and serotonin, decreasing levels of cortisol, which is directly correlated with stress levels. Research also shows kindness can decrease blood pressure and release endorphins, which are our body's natural painkiller. So, being kind, it's good for the person receiving your kindness, it's good for you. And the more of us who engage in acts of kindness, it's good for the world as a whole. And man, can the world use some kindness right now?
Yeah, I'll say. And I'll just throw one thing in. I think kindness, and looked it up in Wikipedia, so it has to be right. No, but no, seriously. Yeah. Kindness is a behavior, right? That, like you said, it's generosity, it's consideration, it's rendering assistance or concern for other people, but you don't expect praise or reward in return. I think that that's a key element to kindness. You're not doing it, to get something self gratifying besides the fact that it feels good. Like you said, the endorphins are good. And I love to compliment people. And I do it genuinely when I say, I like your hair, I like your shirt, or I mean, I do. I say it all the time and I like to compliment people and they always seem to be happy. And like you said, it's just exchanging smiles, which can make your day. That's all I can say about it.
Yeah, and another thing I thought of too, as we talk about feeling stress, is a lot of times stress and anxiety results from feeling a lack of control. And when we look at what's happening in the world, for example, people might think, well, there's nothing I can do about that. And maybe you individually can't stop wars from happening, or you individually can't solve poverty, but you do what you can do. And again, it's sometimes it's those little incremental things, but if we're all engaged, it builds
Mhm.
upon itself, and ultimately it can result in changing the world.
Yeah, and if we reach out to each other, there will be less people who feel unseen because I can't tell you how many people that I know that are, getting up there in years in the last year that said to me, sometimes I feel invisible. People don't let that happen. Smile, just look at people, just acknowledge that someone's in your presence. I think that alone will make someone's day.
Exactly, exactly. And you're correct. And we've talked about this as well. Uh, Elders particularly can feel unseen in the community. So so yeah, important to always be acknowledging folks.
Yeah, and Yeah, thank you for that subject, Mike. It's a wonderful thing to be talking about, especially this time of year, but every day of the year we should think about kindness and especially, in the environment with that we're all living in. A little bit goes a long way because we're all in this together, right? That's why we're here every week and we're trying to help each other and uphold the things that we know are right and kind of just have an hour away from all of the craziness and remind ourselves of what's important.
Exactly. And we've got some people who are going to be very helpful joining us here after the next break. And we're going to start with Lindsay Penrose of Benefit Representatives of America. So, folks, stay with us. We'll be right back after the break.
You look good on Harry and David.
And welcome back to Seniors Rock Radio. I'm estate planning attorney Mike Robinson, partner at the law firm of Clark Peshkin, and we're joined now by someone who will stand by you. Lindsay Penrose of Benefit Representatives of America is a local certified Medicare specialist licensed with all major insurance companies in the Rochester area. Lindsay helps clients take advantage of benefits they can receive by comparing coverages. We're 5 days away from the close of Medicare annual enrollment, so let's see what Lindsay from Benefit Reps can teach us today. Hi, Lindsay, and welcome back.
Hi, Mike. Thanks for having me back.
Hi, Lindsay. It's Joanna, and I am happy to have you too because we can't hear enough about Medicare these few weeks, and there is a reason for that. But I think we should back it up real quick for the listeners. There are people out there that might be saying, well, what is Medicare and who does it cover? And tell us, Lindsay.
So, Medicare is health insurance for those who are 65 and older and also receiving Social Security disability. So, we focus on Medicare Advantage plans. The Medicare Advantage bundles your Part A and your Part B and Part D coverage into one plan. So, plans may offer extra benefits that original Medicare wouldn't give you. For example, vision, hearing, and dental services.
Okay, thank you for explaining that. And so a few weeks ago, you were here and you talked about the annual enrollment period. Now, why are we talking about that again?
Annual enrollment period is the time set aside each year for changing your coverage if you choose to do so. And it started back October 15th and it ends December 7th. So the new plans are released to the public during this time for the year. So 2024 plans came out a few months ago. And each year, the insurance carriers change their plans and the benefits become different. And each plan has different amounts. So it's a great time to review your plan so you make sure you know what you have going into the next year. And then taking action before December 7th allows you to have your new plan effective for January 1st.
So, Lindsay, you just said something that I don't want to gloss over because I think it's very important. Tell us, why should we compare plan coverage each year? What are the benefits, and why don't we just stay pat no matter what with who we've got now?
So each carrier is going to offer different benefit amounts and different costs, from copays to deductibles to allowance money. It ranges across the board, and what you might have this year could be different next year. And also, your medical needs could be different too. So maybe you need some extra money for dental work, or even a plan with a lower copay for the specialist you've been having to see. The plans are all unique, and Medicare Advantage plans are popular because they wrap all those benefits into one. They're affordable and coordinated with the local hospitals to provide the patient centered care. They drive down those out of pocket costs.
Gotcha. And so, why might somebody want to schedule an appointment with you? Is there a charge for that?
So some people go years without a review, but their medical needs change. There's no cost for our service. Medicare clients never pay us a penny. You can call or visit our website, ssa.reps.com, to schedule on our link from there. It's quick and easy. You give us the info, and then we'll do all the research.
Very good. Very good. Joanna, you had something there?
Well, I was just going to say, Lindsay is talking about, this period by December 7th, you need to make these decisions. That's really important. But what's also important is that Benefit Reps of America stays with you during the year. They're maintaining your account. They'll help you to make sure that you know what's new, right? So we tell people to make sure they're checking with attorneys. These people are important to check with too. So good stuff on Medicare. Now, stay tuned for everybody. Who used to work. We've got someone here who used to work for Social Security, and that's Jamie. He's also an employee now of Benefit Reps of America. It's a family owned business and they're local, and he's got lots of great things to tell us about. And you can, they can work for you. And we're going to hear more today about Social Security, and especially for those people who cannot work. How can you get your benefits? Well, Jamie will hold your hand through the whole process, and that's what we're going to hear about next on Seniors Rock Radio. Lindsay, thank you. You explained everything very well. And what's your phone number again if people want to give you a buzz?
585-663-6333.
All right. That's easy to remember.
Yep.
663-6333.
Yes, that's correct.
There it is. All right. Now, Mike, I know you're not taking Medicare yet. I am. So, boy, I'll tell you, even if you've gone through it once, every year it's so important to find out what's new. I'm just giving you a heads up because I know you're going to be there soon. Haha.
I've got some more time.
Oh yeah, not much, but we'll talk about that later too. So we'll be right back with Jamie from Benefit Reps of America. We're not sponsors.
When you're down and troubled and you need some love and care, and nothing is going right, close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there.
Well, I guess I'm going to have to start talking here because this is a radio show and we are live. But I love that song. And the guy that's coming on with us now, he can help. And I think that song was appropriate for our intro. So welcome back to Seniors Rock. And to our next guest. His name is James Redmond, or Jamie, as everyone calls him. And Jamie is a certified Social Security specialist. We'll find out what that is today. And but I can tell you basically that he worked for Social Security, the administration there, for years. And then he brought his experience to Benefit Representatives of America, and he is one of their certified non-attorney representatives. So Jamie loves helping the disabled. We know about that. And he gets their benefits. He helps them get the benefits. I mean, he stands by you like the song, and he becomes your friend and helps you get the benefits that you deserve if you're not able to work. So we're going to hear more about that. And he's a great resource, and so is Benefit Reps. They are a local family-owned company, and that's terrific. He helps with everything from initial application to representation at a hearing. And again, Jamie can do it all, and he will. So thank you for joining us today, Jamie. Are you there? Hello. Jamie? Hello? Can you hear me? Is he there, Riley?
We're having some minor issues. We'll get it back in just a second.
Oh, not a big deal. Not a big deal. But, Social Security benefits, I mean, I can't imagine, being disabled and not having, the ability to get out there and to do the things you need to do. It's hard enough when you have all of your faculties and all of your, pieces and parts, right, Mike?
Oh, it is. It's so complicated that you really do need someone who knows the system inside and out to help walk through it, especially oftentimes if it is a disability situation, it just might not be something an individual can do on their own. And to have an expert guide them through the process. It's not only going to take away a lot of anxiety, but you're going to get the best result.
Absolutely. And there's, I know we're going to learn the difference from these folks at Benefit Reps of America about Social Security Disability, which is SSD, because, people in the industry throw around these terms, but it's important to know what they mean. And then we've got Supplemental Security Income, which is SSI. And I am looking forward to learning more about that. And Riley, any luck there?
One more second.
Okay, sure. We're just we're trying to connect here with Jamie, and we will do that in a minute. And uh, Benefit Reps Representatives or Reps of America is an amazing company because they are family owned. They are local. It sounds like they're national because it's Reps of America, but they're not. They're right on Westridge Road, and these folks have been around, I think close to 30 years. And I think it looks like we got Jamie on the line again. So let's get started here. Jamie, hello, and thank you for joining us today.
Hello, Joanna. Thanks for having me.
All right, terrific. And we're gonna get moving here. But hey, I think Mike had a question for you. Or
Yeah,
two.
Jamie, thanks for joining us. And tell us a little bit about your background and what you do at Benefit Representatives of America.
Well, Mike, I started at Social Security. I worked there for 36 years, taking Social Security disability claims and SSI disability claims, and also assisting clients in filing their appeals. So I worked for Social Security, and as our mantra says, now I work for you.
Very good. And let's start with, a question, a basic Social Security question. At what age can someone get their full retirement benefit? And what happens if someone becomes disabled before their full retirement age?
It's a great question, Mike. Depending on your date of birth, the full retirement age can be anywhere between 66 and 67 years of age. But if you have a disability before your full retirement age, you can also file a disability claim. You can actually file a disability claim and retirement claim at the same time. In that scenario, you could take a reduced retirement benefit as early as age 62 and switch over to the disability benefit if that claim is allowed, and the disability rate is 100%. A good point for those that are contemplating retiring and maybe have a disability. I would suggest filing for both claims.
Interesting. Okay. And can you tell our listeners what is the difference between Social Security disability and supplemental security income?
Very good question, Mike. Social Security disability is based on how much earnings a person pays into their Social Security earnings record. It's an earned right program. To qualify for Social Security disability, a person generally has to have at least 10 years of covered work and also have worked in at least 5 out of the last 10 years. These amounts differ for younger individuals. SSI, or Supplemental Security Income, on the other hand, is a needs-based program for those individuals that have not worked previously or have relatively low earnings. A person can actually file for SSD and SSI at the same time if their Social Security benefit rate is less than $960 a month. SSI can fill the gap and pay that difference.
Interesting. Now, he just asked my question. I know you said it was a good question, but I have another one. And that is, why would an individual need to call benefit reps, Jamie, to help them get SSD or SSI? What are the things
Well,
that you
most
do to
people,
help them?
unfortunately, that file for Social Security disability or SSI disability at the initial claim level, they get denied. A large percentage of them get denied at the initial level and also at the first level of appeal, which is also known as the reconsideration appeal. The reason most of these claims are denied is that the disability analyst who makes the initial decision do not always get all of the necessary clinical records and medical information in order to make a proper decision. If you hire a benefit representative,
so they're busy, huh? They're busy like everybody else, short-staffed, no doubt.
We are short-staffed, but we have a great staff. We're a family-run business.
No. I don't mean you. I mean, as when you go to to the Social Security, directly to get help, you're not going to get the kind of individual help that you get from Benefit Reps of America. I wasn't really clear there. I apologize.
That's okay. When we represent our clients, one of our 6 hearing representatives We'll take the time to get each client, to get to know each client. To know all the
Yes.
factors that prevent them from being able to work. We thoroughly
Yes.
complete all the necessary paperwork, and we make sure that the disability analyst gets all the necessary records and opinions to support the case. We
That's right.
solicit opinions from the treating doctors and make sure that all of these
All
opinions
right.
are supported by evidence and file. So it's always a good
Fantastic. The
idea to have
service you
somebody
do, Jamie, I'm
represent
going to
you.
have to jump in here because there's the music, which means we have to wrap it up. But thank you for joining us. We'll have you back again to talk more about this. And folks, please feel free to call Benefit Reps of America or to find them online. They are locally owned, as I said, and they do a great job. Social Security or Medicare. And as I said, they work at Social Security and now they work for you. That's their mantra. Reach them at SSAreps.com or just Google Benefit Reps of America and you'll find them at 663-6333. And we will be right back next on Seniors Rock Radio. Mike and I are going to wrap up the hour. Please stay with us.
Welcome back. And that music was sent to us from our friend in France, Pierre. Regular listeners will know that Pierre periodically sends us his wonderful harmonica music. And yesterday, Joanna, he celebrated his 84th birthday.
I know, isn't that awesome? We did email him and wished him a happy day, and he said he was going to be celebrating with his wife and some champagne. So if you're listening, please, I hope you had a wonderful birthday, Pierre, and I hope you have a wonderful year ahead. And we'll look forward to more of your music. Thank you for that.
Yeah, Pierre's played in jazz clubs in Paris and for friends all around the world. And yeah, we're proud to be in the group that he likes to share his music with.
How cool is that? He found us online. And yeah, all of a sudden I got an email from him, and then it translates from French to English. And it's a hoot when you get these emails because it's not exactly how we would say things, but it's always very sweet and always very wonderful to get his notes.
Very true. Very true. So, Joanna, we talked about it's the beginning of the holiday season, and there's a lot going on around town.
Yeah, I'll say. And by the way, we're talking about birthdays, Mike. You have one coming up, and so do I. I know we have the Sagittarians are coming forward now in the month of December, and I know you're not quite at Medicare yet, but I wanted to tell you and the folks that I was kind of mortified. I have to make I guess a confession. And I always, we talk about aging, we talk about, shining a bright light. And this week, for my birthday, which is the day after Mike's, by the way, um, I got a card from a senator and it gave me a list of important phone numbers. And it was like for the Office of the Aging and lifespan. And I was like, what? So even I am going to be 70 this month. And, I was like, what? You just don't feel like you're, at that age where you should be getting these numbers. But I am, and I admit it. So I'm going to admit that, I had a little denial there. But I'm ready. Bring it. That's what I
Th-
say.
There you go. And it's, again, it's part of life, right?
Yep.
We all age, and as we change, the services we need change, and it's good
Mhm.
to know what those resources are.
Absolutely, and I'm glad that we can help people. Folks have been sending in on the contact page at seniorsrockradio.com. We've been getting a lot of folks asking for help or referrals or just some direction, and we want to be able to continue that. So thank you for doing it, folks. In we're happy to do it. We did have a call today during the show, I guess, and she was looking for help with downsizing. And I'm going to ask her. She didn't leave any information, but there are several companies, and the GRAPE organization, again, is another resource for us. And we're happy to refer you to some folks. But please send us your contact information through the Seniors Rock Radio website so that we know where to send the info, and we're happy to help. And yeah, back to things around town, folks. Get out. It's still cold out there. I know, but you know what? There's things happening out there that you can have fun. The South Wedge has their holiday festival today. That's always cool. It's a really great area, very eclectic, and a lot of art and cute shops.
And it's family friendly. They have things going on for the kids. I think it goes on until 4 o'clock this afternoon. So that's a good family outing.
Cool. And then, of course, there's the Rock Holiday Village, which Riley can probably see out the window up there in the tower. And that's awesome. It's got they're going to have the Liberty Pole lighting and a parade. And boy, there's lots of things happening. And so check out these things and also other events that are happening at visitrochester.com. And there's one other thing I was going to mention. The City Sings for the Season is tomorrow at 4 at the Rochester Oratorio Society. So that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, very good.
Music again. Oh, no.
All right. Well, another show's going by awfully quickly. Thanks, everyone, for joining us for the hour. Have a great week. And as always, be well and be kind.
And I'm going to throw in, folks, please be careful out there. It is the season when those scammers come out full force during the holidays. Be cautious and be safe. We want you to come back next week. We want you to hear the show, and we want you to tell everybody that the show Scammers, that we're strong. We're gonna let's make this happen together. Remember, and we're stronger together. And let's say it loud. Say it loud with me and say it proud. Ready? Seniors rock.